President Biden and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis on a campaign trail collision course in California. The president raising cash in the Bay Area, where tonight he will attend a technology and climate fundraiser with California Governor Gavin Newsom. Meantime, DeSantis addressing supporters at a fundraising breakfast in Sacramento, while also ramping up his attacks on Newsom and the state that he runs. Let's bring in NewsNation political contributor Johanna Maska. Johanna, good to see you. Thanks for waking up with us.
Of course. It's great to see you. It's funny how these guys seem to have their summer vacations collide, isn't it?
All at the same time. If we could, Johanna, let's start with the Democrats. Rumors are swirling that Gavin Newsom could be running a shadow campaign to challenge Joe Biden. But if the two are, like you mentioned, if the two are literally hosting events together, and if Newsom backed Biden's re-election campaign back in April, are those rumors unfounded?
They are. Look, I think Newsom sees this as his long-term strategy. He is going to be a team player for Democrats. So he's going to host not just President Biden, but he's going to go around the country and fundraise for other candidates. And unfortunately, the way politics works right now, because money is such an influence, is the more money you can raise for different candidates, the more loyalty you win. And so Newsom sees this as a long-term strategy to win allies for a future presidential bid.
Yeah.
DeSantis,
so he's playing the long
bit.
Game for 2028, you think?
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
yeah,
absolutely. Look, you know, Newsom has wanted to run for president for a very long time. I mean, people who know him know that he's had big political ambitions. I mean, back since he posed for a spread with Kimberly Guilfoyle, who of course is now with Donald Trump Jr., his first wife, they had a big political spread and have definitely been making the way to have a little bit more of a national profile. He had his own radio show even, or a little TV show out here in California, Newsom did. So he's got bigger ambitions.
Yeah, and what are the odds that maybe it's not Newsom this time around, but that another high-profile Democrat actually runs against President Biden? Is that even likely?
It's not, and I've been very impressed, actually, at the Biden team's ability, especially given his age, to get everyone to essentially sing from the same hymnal right now and ensure that he is the only candidate for the Democrats. I mean, you have RFK Jr., who is a little Hunter Biden-esque. He's got escapades with drugs and various former ex-wives and all sorts of various issues. You know, you don't have a real substantial challenger that they couldn't take down pretty easily. So it seems that they have so far been able to keep everybody on the same page that Joe Biden is going to run yet again.
Let's bring DeSantis into the mix. What do you make of DeSantis campaigning in California? I mean, why spend time campaigning in such a reliably Democratic stronghold? What's he doing here? What's he hoping to accomplish?
Well, you know, interestingly, there are about 5 million registered Republicans in the state of Florida, and there are about 5 million registered Republicans in the state of California. Of course, it makes up a much smaller percentage of our population. It's about a quarter. But there's actually a substantial base in California. And Trump was able to raise significant money from the state of California. So you see right now with DeSantis coming out with his political allies, including Adam Laxalt, who of course is a West, well, his family is from the West Coast. You know, they have significant ties in the state of California to some of the wealthy donors. And so I do think that you're going to see DeSantis come visit the state of California more than he may want to admit, given that he's talking a lot of trash about the state of California.
Oh my gosh, the sound bites we've heard this week, just unbelievable. Yeah, things are firing up as they always do during election season. This is no different. Johanna Maska, thanks so much. As always, good to see you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.